Hi you guys, it's Charlie, and today I will be showing you how to make slime, but this time it is good slime. So all you will need is some Elmer's glue and some Tide or other laundry detergent, but Tide works best. The other time I use something else, but you can get this at your local dollar. Okay, sorry for that. Your local dollar store. And as you can tell by the loud noise, you're going to need a bowl and mixing utensil. So let's get started. First, you're going to take your Elmer's glue and pour in as much as you want. But this time I'm just going to use a little bit because I made this one already, which is pretty good. So I poured in that much. But I'm going to pour in a little bit more. Then you're going to take your Tide, pour a little bit in your lid, well, a little more than just a little bit. And then when you do that, just pour it in. Pour all of it or as little as you want, but if you want the right consistency. And then you just mix it. And it will start off to look like that. But then you're gonna have to add more glue if it's not a very good consistency, because as you can see. But it won't look like that because you have to knead it, like mash it together and stuff. And it comes out to this like light blue, like light navy blue color. So as you can tell, I need to add a little more. Sorry, I have to get the stuff off my hands. You're gonna want to add a little bit more glue. So I'm just gonna add some glue. And then it should make the texture better. So this is what it looks like so far. But I have to mix it more to make it a better consistency. And it will pretty soon. It just looks really bad right now. See? I'll show you. It's not that good right now. Because mine looks like this when it's all finished. It looks all nice and stretchy and putty-like. But this is not looking like that yet. So then, your hands are going to get messy during this process. So just be aware of that. And you're just going to keep kneading it and kneading it. So your hands are going to get messy, but it's all worth it. Because after that, you're going to have some fun little putty kind of slime to play with. And if you're making squeeze toys, you can make this and put it inside of your homemade squeeze toys. And I'm not using an editor for this, so that's why it's gonna take me a while to show you. But as you can tell, I need to add some more glue and make it all nice and well. I should have just like not mixed it in the bowl, but as you can tell, it's starting to come together a little bit, but it's still kind of stringy. But the thing is, you're gonna want to do this before, like, and if you want to keep your stuff, your slime fresh, you're gonna want to put it into a Ziploc baggie, so it's gonna stay nice and fresh. Whoa. That was a fail. That was legitness. So I'm gonna mix it more, and as you can tell, it's becoming more of a better consistency because I'm using more glue. Because if you use more Tide than glue, it will like become more like not sticking together. But if you want it more like how I showed you my glue that I already made. So you can see right now that it's turning into what I want it to. And I'm sorry this is a long video. Skip ahead if you want to, so you can see what really happens after I'm done with this, because this is like starting to turn into like a 5-minute video. So as you can tell, it's starting to come together because it's becoming more sticky, and that is what you want. And I recommend doing this in the kitchen or a bathroom, so because this is gonna get messy. But the first time I did this, it was on my living room table. So because you have to be really careful. And it doesn't take that long of a time to make this. It's like maybe a 10-minute kind of project to do this, but it's starting to turn out to be like a 5-minute project, 6-minute project. But so this is what it's starting to look like. It's starting to form. So mine's not really stretching as much as I want it to. So you can tell I'm like kind of using my force to do it. So if you have extra Tide in your bowl, you're gonna take some of that and just like use more. And see how it's turning. Whoa, that was so close. Did you see that? No. I wish I can like slow motion that. So it's starting. I'm gonna put the bowl in my sink now. So I'm gonna start like kneading it more and more. And then you should end up with a pretty good product. I have no idea why this is taking so long to make. It doesn't usually take this long to make that. But it's starting to work out. It is really starting to work out now that I added the glue that I needed to. I think this might be my last adding of glue, because this is starting to work out a whole lot. So, as you can tell, it is working, so yay! And once you're done with that, if you make the whole bottle of glue, it should still be very good. And you just need to add the right amount of Tide and the right amount of that. But since I already made some goo earlier, I'm going to add this to my goo that I made earlier. And if you have some leftovers in a bowl, it's probably dried out by now, but it's looking pretty good. So this is what it's starting to look like. Now that I just touched the Tide, I need to add more glue. So great. But that should have been your last adding of glue. That should have been. You don't use a whole bottle of glue when you're doing this, but I've been wanting to make shampoo slimes and all that, yada, yada, yada. But I found this, and I was like, Mom, can we go to the dollar store and get this? And she was like, sure. So this is what your final product will look like. If you stretch it and then it like tears too soon than you want it to, just dip it in like a little bit more Tide. And then just knead it like you did before. And then you will get the perfect consistency. Well, thank you for watching my video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.